My name is Vishal Singh and I'll be teaching you chess today. So in the previous class we had started with checkmating using the queen, and we'll be continuing that today as well. So it gets more interesting and it'll be a lot more fun. Okay, so let's start with today's class. Right. Okay, so here we are. This is the last puzzle I believe we did in the previous class. And the answer to this was quite simple. I'll give you a quick recap to this. So the answer was simple queen to a1. It simply covered the whole a file as its attack range, and the white king cannot escape to any b2, b3 or b4. Why? Because our black king has its attack range extended over there as well. This was a complete checkmate, and this was how you do it for if your queen is away from the king. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, another very simple one. Remember how I told you you can utilize if you only have a queen and a king, how you can drive the opponent king to the edges or towards the corner. If it's towards the edges, this is how you checkmate. I showed you. This is an edge. It's not a corner, right? But what if it's a corner? How do you do that? Simple. You bring your queen again right next to your king, and then you've completely blocked the escape for the black king. It cannot escape over here at g8 and h7. Those were the only two options, and all of them are no longer an option for a black king, and it is also directly under the check because of the queen. Cool. So this is how you checkmate if you only have a queen and a king and the opponent king is in the corner. Alright, let's head on to the next one. Okay, so you're playing as black in this one. Do pause the video, think what you can do here. Look carefully what are the pieces you have, how you can utilize them, and then come back and let's see if our solutions do match. Alright? Okay, so you're playing as black and you have a queen. Okay, you have a bishop. They both have the attack range extended till here, meaning if you push your queen here at b2, your queen will then be supported by the bishop, and by doing so, the king will have no way to escape. So the answer to this is quite simple. It's queen to b2. Once done, the king only had three options, none of them which are now no longer are options. Why? Because your queen can simply kill the opponent king in any direction, doesn't matter where it is, and the king is also under the direct check of a queen. So this is again a checkmate. All right, let's move on. Okay, so this is a little unique one. You're playing as white. I want you guys to think, really think. Pause the video for 30 seconds, 1 minute. Doesn't matter how much long you take. Pause the video. I'm gonna be here when you play the video. Okay, so do pause the video and then come back. This is a little tough. Please pay a little more attention and you'll get it. I'm sure you'll get it. Okay. So as you can see, the black king at the moment only has no place to escape, right? These are the only two options it can move to. One of them is directly under our knight's control, and the another one is under our queen's control. The h7 is under our queen's control, and g8 is under our knight's control. So it cannot move anywhere, but it is not directly under check as well. So this is not a checkmate. How do you do? How do you make this a checkmate then? Hmm, simple. So you have to make sure that the h7 block is still under our control, and the king is also in the check at the same time. Once this is done, it will be a checkmate, right? Okay, so how can we do that? The simple answer to this would be playing queen to h3. By doing so, h7 is still under our control and the king is also under a direct check. So the most of this h file, not all, most of this h file is now under our queen's control, and the king cannot escape to g8 due to our knight's attack range extended over there. Got it? So this is a complete checkmate as well. Okay. Let's head on to the next one. This was a little interesting. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a little unique and different from the other ones. Okay, this is again a different one, a little different, very simple. So you're playing as white. Think a little out of the box. It's you won't always need a support uh, for your queen at times because queen itself is very powerful. By the way, if you remember. Okay, so you're playing as white. Let's see what you come up with to checkmate the black king. Okay. All right. Time for the answers. So let's see what the black king has an option to move. It has three places to move at the moment. It cannot move here at d7 because of our queen already. Okay, and even if our queen is out of the way, our rook is over there. So it doesn't matter if we move our queen away, right? So we only need to make sure the king cannot move to b7, b8 while it is also under the direct check. So this block is covered, no worries for this. We need to cover these two blocks under the attack range and make sure the king is under direct check. What can we do for that to happen? The answer is again very simple. We just have to play queen to a8. By doing so, the king is directly under check and the queen's attack range extend over here as well. So it is directly under check. It is a complete check. Right. Let's head on to the next one. Hmm. Okay, another interesting one. So you're playing as white again. See what are the pieces you have, how you can utilize them. Pause the video, think for a minute or two, come back, and then play the video. Let's see if our solutions do much. All right. Okay. So the king again cannot. The king has an option. Let's see. These are the options the king has to do. Right. It cannot move to c7 and d8 due to our bishop's presence over here. It cannot move to b8 also. Why? Because a queen also has an attack range from a very far. It is shooting a laser beam through across the chessboard. Okay, so b8 is also under our control, c7 is under our control, and d8 is under our control. The only the only block that is not under our control would be b7, and the king is not also under direct check. What can we do to make sure the b7 block is also under our control, so it does not have an escape route ready, plus the king is under direct check? The answer would be again quite simple. Let's play. We already have a bishop here, remember, for support or for anything else. So queen to c7 and we're done. We have covered all the blocks under the attack range. These are all the blocks that the queen can cover as its attack range. The king has no other place to escape. Got it? All right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Okay, so yeah, okay, you're playing as white again in this one. This is again a little tricky, different formation of a checkmate completely. But I want you guys to analyze, see what can be done only in one move, and then let's see if we come up with the same solution. All right. So go ahead, pause the video, and then come back. All right. So the answer to this solution would be quite simple. Okay. So our queen here at the fourth rank is actually extending its attack range entirely through the fourth rank. Even our rook is extending its attack range entirely through the second rank. So the king only has two blocks to move actually. It cannot go up or go down, right? So what can be done? Very simple. Let's get our queen. The only reason this used to work at the only reason, wait, I'll show you the example. The only reason this type of checkmate worked because there was no place behind the king to escape. 8 is the last rank, right? You do not have a 9th rank. Otherwise, the king could have escaped somewhere behind. Never be. Yeah. Okay. So in this scenario, if you bring your queen over here, suppose this is actually the answer. It's queen to d4 and it is a checkmate. Suppose the rook was not here, then the king could have escaped at c. 2 or e2. Similarly, in the previous case, this is why the queen and the king checkmate only works around the edges and the pawn. Okay, but in this case, you have a rook here. So the king anyways cannot move back to any of the places. Plus all the other boxes are covered by your queen. So this is why in this situation, this is a checkmate. Suppose the rook was not placed here at h2, the king could have easily escaped. Got it? Very simple. All right. So that was all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something and had a lot of fun as well. So I'll see you in the next class. Waiting for you with more puzzles and more teasers that will tease your brain. Okay. So see you guys in the next class. Bye bye.